y'all, I'm Carol. Welcome to my Creating Corner and my new YouTube channel. Please join me in some simple stamping inspiration with the gorgeous Versailles. Isn't that a beautiful stamp set? Look at, and that's just simple stamping. Absolutely beautiful. Fun folds, layers, and bellies, ribbon, all are fun and add to your creations. But simple stamping can be just as, if not more, special. Versailles is a perfect simple stamping set. Layer these amazing elements for depth and texture. Okay, well, I'm going to get started here, and I'm going to be using cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. Now, I just take your regular sheet of cardstock and cut it lengthwise at 4 1/4. Okay. I'm going to be working on 2 cards with you this morning. I seldom do just 1 card at a time. While you have your materials out, you may as well do at least 2. And you cut your cardstock, you get your you're ready to make 2 at a time. You can change one up a bit, see what you like better. Okay, the first thing we're going to start out with is this. It looks like a letter, like a piece of a letter. Okay? I'm going to start with the Sahara sand, and on the very vanilla cardstock. Now you notice I just tapped. I'm not pressing in. And I am going to stamp it off and see. That's a little on the dark side. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to stamp it off and then right in the middle. And I'm going to do it again. Ink it up, stamp it off, and little something on my paper right there. That's okay. Right in the middle. Okay, now I've got it. Looks like a little piece of letter. Let me take my simple chamois. Look, you just stamp it on the chamois and it sucks the ink right off your stamp. This chamois is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I'm going to move that back out of the way. Move that, close my Sahara sand so I don't get ink all over me. Now I'm going to use this pretty little embellishment. I'm going to do this in one of our new colors, Seaside Spray. Yep. Okay, I'm just tapping it on there. I'm going to check. Okay. I like it stamped off. I like this card all stamped off so it gives a more muted flavor. We're just going to stamp it around. Let's come to this one. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to fold that card. Let me get a little bit right there. Yes. Might as well fold that card too. Okay, let me close this, get it out of the way. Get that out. Clean this up. Tap it, cleans my stamp right off. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to put some leaves on there. Okay, Mossy Meadow for the win. Like I said, I like this card where everything is getting stamped off. Let me see. Yes, I'm going to stamp this one off too. come in here. Nice. Come this way. Oh yeah. Look at the layering and the depth that we're getting on these cards. Move that out of the way. I'm going to do this one without stamping it off. There we are. There. There we go. Okay, so now I'm doing 2 cards at once. A little different, but beautiful. Now it's time to clean that. Perfect. Okay. Look at, isn't that pretty? I'm going to use another new color. I'm going to use Rococo Rose. Yes, yes. Now I am going to stamp it off and then right along the bottom. Stamp it off. Right along the bottom. There we go. Stamp it off. I don't want to hide what I'm doing. You know, it's... Oops. There we go. I think I'm going to put a little border on the inside. Yep. Do a border on the inside along the bottom. Pretty. Now let me put that a little bit better. Yeah. Good. Let's do that on this one too. Oops. There we go. Gives it a little edging over there. Okay. I like simple stamping. It's quick and it's not, I don't know, sometimes people get a card that's very heavily embellished and it's intimidating and they're afraid to try stamping because they're so intimidated and they think, oh, I can't do this. But when you do a card like this and it's got such depth to it and it's so elegant and beautiful, but it's just ink and stamps, it seems more accessible to people. Okay, so this is another new color. It's Pretty Peacock, and I'm ready to add the sentiment. Okay, just tap to make sure there's no ink on the edge. You get that halo. Okay, I think I'm going to put that right down about here. Do I want it lower? Where do I want it? Let's try right about here. Always thinking of you. Yes. Oh yeah, that's good, that's good. I think when I'm doing this card, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to step this one up just a hair. So we'll have the Simply Stamped card and its slightly stepped up cousin. I'm just going to stamp the sentiment on a piece of scrap. Now I'm going to cut that out. Let me get my cutting machine up here. Okay. Now the rectangle die that I'm going to use actually doesn't fit the sentiment quite right. It's a little too tight for me. Well, actually, yeah, I just think it's a little too tight. I'm going to give it a little bit more room. Well, what do I want to do? What do y'all think? Maybe I will leave it that tight, but I'll just make it a little bit narrower. Okay. See? It's another reason to do more than one at a time. So you can try different designs, ideas. Yeah, that'll work. So now we just put this die back on to get the other direction. Okay, y'all can't see me, I'm dancing along to the television. Ah, yes, I like that. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. You know what I think I might want to do to really get into the more vintage feel? I'm going to take my crumb cake and I'm just going to knock off some of the brightness. Okay, I'm going to come in and just using a little sponge dauber, I'm just going to lightly sponge over it, just enough to knock off some of the bright. Let's see how that looks. And still, we're just using ink, nothing special. Oh yeah. Yes, I like that. I like that very much. Okay, let's do it to the other one now. Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and just a tiny, tiny little tad bit. Well, you can't even barely tell I'm doing anything. There we go. Just softened it a little bit. Oh. Let's soften off the sentiment. There we go. It's so romantic looking. Yes it is, yes it is. Okay, that looks pretty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How about a little bit of ribbon? Here I am, I'm getting it all embellished up. I said this was simple stamping. But look how easily you can step it up just a tad bit. Okay, let me find some tear and tape. This tear and tape is so easy to use. I'm going to put some tear and tape on the back of the sentiment. Okay. And of course I put it at the top. Let me put it at the bottom this time. Yep. Cute, cute. Now, let me see about some, yeah, just a tiny little bit peeking out. I think that'll be perfect. Yes. Some scissors. Oops. Little snips. Lovely. Where are some dimensionals? I wasn't planning on stepping a card up, so I don't really have anything right here, but here we go. Here's some dimensionals. And take off this strip while I'm at it. Okay. These little mini dimensionals are so cute. Okay. Just go ahead and cut a little strip of them off. There we go. There we go. Boom. Okay. So when you do something just simple stamped, and then just the littlest bit, it's so easy to just step it up just a tiny bit. There we go. How long did that take to make that stepped up? Not at all. And which one do you prefer? I think they're both beautiful. I think anybody would love to get either one. Now, our new colors do have the faceted gems that match, but I'm not going to worry about that on these. I think they're absolutely lovely the way they are. Okay, I hope you like my simple card and it stepped up a tiny bit, cousin. I'd appreciate if you'd give me a like and hit subscribe. I have the products used listed in the comments below. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to help you out with your stamping and scrapbooking needs. My website is Creating with Carole, that's C-A-R-O-L-E, creatingwithcarole.stampinup.net, and I'm on Facebook, Made with Love. I'd love for you to visit me on Facebook so we can get to know each other. Take care, and let's keep making the world a beautiful place.